All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 708. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who is so preoccupied by his box mattress that he got a job at UPS to ensure its delivery. Wombat.
I mean, I guess.
I just wanted to say box mattress.
Okay. You don't like my box mattress?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I know that they leave it on your front door half of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's a 50-50 shot that your mattress will show up if you order a box mattress.
I don't like those odds.
I mean, I have it.
Is it good?
I slept on it once.
And?
It was...
Never again.
Never, ever again. Now it goes straight into trash. No,
you don't
lovely.
sound like you like it, though.
It's...
You got to break it in.
I got to break it in. It's a completely different night's sleep. Mm-hmm. So for those who are wondering, yes, the mattress showed up. It showed up exactly the day they said it was. You would love this. You would have loved this. I should have saved the footage for my camera because the UPS truck pulled up across the street from my house as opposed to right in front of my house. That was thing number one that made me go, oh my God, please, you can't do this to me. Second thing is the guy comes out and he looks like one of the dude where's my car guys, like just like spot on. Like he wasn't even wearing UPS clothes, just like stoner guy out.
He killed the UPS driver, probably.
So, yeah, probably. And he walks over and all he has in his hand is like a small package.
Okay.
That's all he has in his hand.
Right.
This is like little small package.
Right.
Is this? And he says my address. I go, yeah. He goes, all right, man, here you go.
Mattress in a bag.
And I'm like, don't you have like a larger package for me? He goes, oh yeah, the other guy's getting that out now. It's just big, so it takes a little while.
Two guys.
Like, all right.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was just like, what what's going on here? The look of my face, all the color, like I could feel the blood rush out of my face when the guy handed me this little bag of stuff my wife ordered from the Gap. And I'm like, no. That's
definitely your only package. This is it. I've never seen a UPS truck with two guys before.
Meaning, I don't think the other guy worked for UPS.
He just like his buddy, just like, hey, just ride along with me for like.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, this is my last stop. Let's just,
They only have one chair in the car.
He was like the winter soldier. It was just kind of tagging along with Falcon the entire time. Just like, I don't know why I'm here.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Help these guys with these heavy packages. That is weird because the trucks only have one seat. He's riding on the roof.
Yeah, like and the other guy then came with the dolly and the mattress, and he's like, and I'm like, do you need help with that? Do you want me to at least help you get it up to the steps to the porch? He's like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. And he was like, ugh. By the second step, I felt so bad because the guy's like, ah.
What a wimp. He needed a dolly for that thing? It was in a box even.
It was 120 pounds.
Whatever. That's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, that one Russian guy had my whole California King mattress on his back. It wasn't even in a box. He just had the whole thing like on him and he just walked, no problem. Like walked upstairs in the backyard.
It took us no time to switch out the mattresses. Everything was done.
It sounds like it sucks though, because you sound like you couldn't sleep last night.
No, that's not. I just didn't get to that yet.
You look tired though.
I always look tired.
I'm just kidding. I can't.
That's normal. So we get the mattress on the bed. We wait for it to rise. It's like a good 2 inches higher than my old mattress, which I'm totally not used to. Like I went to, because this is too much information. I went to clip my toenails before going to bed last night. Yeah. Like that's so gross. We all do it. So I usually just
new bed.
I went to go put my
right
foot
in there
on the bed, but I'm not used to it being so much higher.
Wait, you're literally clipping your toenails on your new bed?
That's the first thing. First thing. Got to break in this bed.
Your foot is on the bed, clipping the toenails. Not like you're not sitting on the bed. You're putting your foot.
I went to go put my. Well, the thing is, it was too high and I couldn't do it. So the point is, I couldn't clip my toes on the bed anyway.
You're saying you can't get your foot up onto your bed?
I can't lift my whole leg up.
What are you doing?
I
are
can't
you putting
tonight.
Like a towel down or something? Like Where are all your toenail clippings going?
I brush them off with my hand after. It's on top of on top. I don't do it under the bed.
Brush them off where?
Into my hand and then throw them away.
I thought it was like a Cracker Barrel.
It's not like they're going all over the place. What do you think I'm doing?
Oh, they have some of these clippers. They'll actually catch the clip-ins. They got that
this
little
one
cover
will
on
catch
it.
Yeah, we'll get most of them.
I just do mine directly into the toilet.
Huh?
I just do mine directly into the toilet.
Well, I mean, what can you do? Does it really matter? But anyway,
it's just shocking to me. It's like I have a brand new bed and here come the toenails.
Well, it wasn't on them. I don't see the correlation. It's not like they were under the blanket.
Shipwreck feels like you've sullied the bed by putting your bare foot on it. And
no, it's not the bare foot. It's the
toenails.
Shrapnel. It's the toenail shrapnel.
But I clean it off after. It's not like it stays there.
But you might puncture it.
Yeah, exactly. What's gonna happen?
You could puncture. Isn't that the wave hybrid? All of the waves could come out.
It's gonna go through the comforter, through the sheet, through the waterproof
mattress he's got all the stuff on there, Ship.
And into the mattress.
I'm like, totally covered up.
There's literally 3 layers in between the mattress and my foot.
I say it's fine, but I feel like you hate the bed though, and that you didn't sleep well. Why is it so hard?
It's not. It's very soft. You actually lay down on it. And I've never had like a memory foam type thing.
Right.
And it's got 1 layer of memory foam.
And so the coils and
then it's got the coils underneath it. So you lay in it and
I got the same fucking thing. If you listen to your own show, you'd learn that I bought the same fucking mattress the month before.
I'm explaining to the listeners.
They listen to the show.
They don't listen to the show.
They don't, I know. I read the comments.
Then the top layer is nothing but toenails.
That's the hybrid wave hybrid
also,
supreme.
It's kind of rounded, like on the edges. It's not like, it's not like a full square. It's more like a rounded mattress.
Holds more toenails.
It holds more toenails. No, but what you're not used to is when you gotta just kind of lean on it and you just slide right down. Because that happened to my wife today.
On the edge?
Yeah.
See, you had to get edge support. See, ours has edge support. So when you sit on the edge, you're just like, no toenails. They're all in the middle.
I don't mind it.
We went from like a really super low bed to like one that's a foot taller. So I went from like having to like get up in the middle of the night to pee to have to like really work out to get out of the bed. And now I just roll right out. It's awesome. Anyway, and the fucking is fantastic. Right, Wombat?
I don't know that yet because my wife had to go into the office today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, I'll
let you know.
It has a bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Bounce. Got to get ready for the bounce. My old bed had no bounce.
It's significantly better than my old mattress. I don't know how great it is yet because it's only been 1 night. Is that fair? Is that a fair?
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Right.
I also got a new hat. No one's talking about that.
It says Pitt Panthers.
It was a gift from a friend of mine. You guys wouldn't know him.
Pitt, Johnny Pitt. It's from Shipwreck.
It was from Shipwreck.
He sent it to you. It was something he bought at Target for $2.
I think it was $3.
That was close. I'm good. I'm good at this game.
Yeah. But you know what? It's my favorite hat, so I don't care.
All right.
Looks good on you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I got handmade cashmere hats from Osaka Grandma. And a nice cloth cotton one for the springtime and the summertime. It's going to absorb
everybody wins.
It's going to absorb my yellow head grease very nicely. It's going to be an interesting experiment to see what that looks like. Anyway, now that we're all caught up on the great mattress saga of 2021, it is interesting. The most interesting thing about that story is that like people steal mattresses from the UPS warehouses. Like there's just some breakage that's
and there's
inevitable.
Because now I know that everything that the UPS guy told me when I went. Remember when I went to go pick up the
mattress? You had a learning.
I know everything the UPS guy was telling me was a load of BS when he was telling me what he thought happened.
Oh,
because he was like, "Oh, I bet the label just fell off on one of the rollers, and now it's just sitting there, and they don't know where the address is." They write your address on the box in addition to putting 2 labels on it.
Right. They know about that scenario.
Yeah,
now
the Casper people. No, the Casper people know. They don't want to tell you that your shit was stolen. I'm pretty sure they're instructed to never tell you your package was stolen.
But there's no doubt in my mind that mattress was stolen, probably resold.
Probably the mafia.
Maybe the mattress mafia.
I mean, I've
The
seen Goodfellas.
Mattress mafia. Yes.
They sell everything. They resell everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the 4K disc for Casino because it was on sale at Best Buy, and they sent me a $5 reward certificate. They teased me with a $5,000 reward certificate, but it was $5. Anyway, that looks good, by the way. I watched the first 5 minutes of it. They made that movie more colorful in 4K. How about some show feedback?
Sure. There wasn't much on the show thread, so I had to go to YouTube.
So you had to make up some?
Yeah, to make up comments, and even that was sort of lousy. So,
Well, with the criticism of the comments, you're not really in being inviting for more comments.
no, I'm telling people to get their act together if they care about this section of the show. Maybe they just don't care.
Probably.
I don't know.
Well, read something.
Oh, sure. But Cats 2079 had to say, I was not expecting a video podcast. That's awesome. I'll be watching the whole thing soon. I just wanted to say hi. And I just want to stop it right there and say, yes, we do a video podcast. Some people are watching this right now live on Twitch. We do it Wednesday nights at 9. And if you missed that, you could always watch it on YouTube at the CAGcast YouTube channel, which is where I grab these comments from. So if you like your podcast in video form, you can do that.
Then you can see what kind of cool t-shirts Shipwreck is wearing.
And me.
Yes.
I have that t-shirt, Wombat, so it's not that
I
cool.
know.
Can't be
Oh,
that
I
cool.
see.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, Isbel. This is an Isbel shirt.
Jason Isbell.
Isbel. Yeah.
It's
No.
Isbell, Wombat. You know, it's not Isbell. Did you know that? You knew that?
I take every pronunciation Shipwreck gives with a grain of salt.
But this one, he's got street cred though. On
Yeah,
this
I
one,
think-
I'm coming
I'm
at you
sure
from
it's
every
like-
angle.
If you ask Shipwreck how it's pronounced, I'm sure it's Isbiff.
He was in town for 2 nights, so
And
I
you
gotta hang out with him.
How was it?
It was good.
Nice.
It was good. We hadn't seen each other in 2.5 years for some reason.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. So no, he put on a good show. Everybody should go see him when he's in their town. If they have a vaccine. If not, get a vaccine.
Yep.
Go see him.
In New York, you
Yeah.
have to get a vaccine.
Yep.
He told me some good stories, but I can't really tell them on here.
Right. Tell us off air.
I will. He's
Yeah.
he's got a movie coming out. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah. It's a Scorsese movie.
It is a Scorsese movie. He was telling me about some scenes that he and Leo DiCaprio have.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Did he
They
tell
do
you?
look alike. Like when you look at them next to each other now, especially with the goatee, there is that weird resemblance. Even he posted, someone commented on it and he retweeted it. And I saw the side by side. I'm like, wow, they do kind of look alike. So
You say
just
so.
saying. Mhm.
You'll like that movie, GP.
Of course. Is that a Netflix movie? It must be, right? They must some deal.
I think it's a Paramount Plus, Apple
Oh,
TV Plus.
this is Paramount Plus. Like, I gotta not sign up for one thing at least, right? Paramount Plus, at least anything but Paramount Plus.
I would say Paramount Plus is probably still better than Peacock, but I wouldn't sign up for it.
It's called Killers of the Flower Moon.
You lost me already.
Oh, I'm sure it's great. I mean, come on.
No, it's like a true story.
It's gonna be good.
Flower
It's about-
moons?
It's about Native Americans and these white guys that went and married them so they would get their land. This is Getty and all of that, how they got rich off of the oil.
Is De Niro in it
Gotcha.
or no?
Yes.
He is. Yeah. I
he
thought
had
so.
some he had some stories about
Wow.
Bob. as
Bobby
well.
D.
Yep.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Very cool. What do we got? We got Jab.
Also, Brendan
Yes.
Fraser.
Oh, well,
Who?
now I'm sold.
Brendan Fraser. You love him.
I am him.
Yep.
Stop wheezing the juice.
I'm sure he says that in this movie.
Juice.
Juice. Wheeze juice.
Stop wheezing the juice.
I want to remake that movie with you. We can do
Okay,
that.
I think we should. Joe Bizoner has to say that camo sweaty shirts.
It's pronounced
really
Jizz Boner. You pronounced
Yeah,
it wrong.
jizz boner, whatever it is. He just applauds your use of the camo shirt to hide sweat, but you're not wearing a camo shirt tonight.
I'm not.
So-
I don't plan on sweating much here. No, I do. I have all the shirts that I work out in at Orange Theory have some sort of camouflage pattern because I just get soaking wet do that shit, and nobody needs to know that much. I mean, they can see on my head and shit, but they don't need to see how gross it really is. And it works. It's really effective. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I recommend it. I recommend it.
Okay.
Let's move on to watch this. Watch this.
I was going to say, how do we want to do this?
Okay, so first of all, hold on. One comment first, because this ties into to what we were just talking about. Carl Kramer writes in and he wants to know if we watched the Halo TV trailer.
I didn't even know there was a Halo TV
It's going to be on Paramount Plus.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't care.
It's a series. I watched it. It looks like Halo. Like, you watch it, like, that's fucking Halo. That's Master Chief. That's those ships, whatever they're called. That's it. They spent money and they made
Pelicans.
it look. Those are pelicans. Look at them pelicans fly. Look at those pelicans fly. But then you're like, what do they have to say, really? And what are they going to be doing? So I don't, and from the trailer, just like running around and being in big empty rooms and like one person in a big empty room talking.
I mean, there is a lot of lore that they can tap into there, right? Like, they've made books and things about this. There's a series of books.
Yes. That's good point. Good point.
I've read some of the books. They're not bad.
Ben Gilbert admitted to me as such earlier that he had read all that shit. It's not a quote.
He loves those books.
I haven't read all of them because they kept
read
making
every single book.
Every Halo book?
Every single one.
Anyway, I just wanted, like, I can't sign up for that Paramount to watch Halo. That's not going to happen. Anyway, we're going to talk about Halo later, but as promised, this is going to be our favorite movies and TVs of 2021. I didn't really, I put up a list of
Samsung.
What's that?
TCL.
Wait, what?
Because I didn't know if we want to, do we want to come back to this? Do we want to do other stuff first and then come back to?
Oh, you think it's such a big deal? We want to move it. You want to tease it?
No, right into it. Why are you delaying this? Is there an ad you need to read?
No.
Well, plenty of time. There's plenty of time.
That's part of it too.
That's not part of it. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, no.
So I put together a list of 10 movies and TV shows, and I lumped them all together. And some of them are. I have maybe a top 4 or so that are in order, but after that, everything's sort of the same. How many did you guys put together?
Well, here's what I did.
Sure.
So I made a
diorama.
Grouping. I did 5 groups. I know. You could give me a look. I'm a crazy person. I did, and each group has
it's 5 groups of 1.
No, it's 5 groups of 3. Now I won't discuss all of them, but I figure I could
Can you elaborate more on the groups? And yes, I like to hear
group
about
1,
this.
I have favorite rock and roll documentaries of 2021.
Number 1.
Okay.
I knew it.
I've got sitcoms of 2021. I got movies of 2021. I've got TV shows of 2021, and I have sketch comedy of 2021.
Wow. All right, I like your style. It's I can't say that I'm opposed. Why don't we start? Well, Shipwreck, what did you do?
I wrote down 7 things that I'd watched.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
So,
and I also asked my wife for her top 5, and our top 5 have 4 out of 5 overlap.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Wombat, you get the Gold Star Award, and as such, you should kick it off. Why don't you just pick one of your categories and take us through them?
Well, I'll start with the one that you want to hear about the least.
The rock and roll one.
We'll start with the best rock and roll documentaries. And the 3 best in no particular order. I'll just say them.
Yeah.
It's The Beatles Get Back, which is Peter Jackson's remaster of the Let It Be sessions. Yes, I know, but you never know. I'm just trying to be professional. It's excellent. Go watch it. It's really long. So if you're not interested in the subject matter, you won't be interested. It's such an amazing insight on, I don't know, the most popular rock and roll band of all time.
I'm going to watch some of it. I will watch at least some of it.
It's worth watching. And that actually dovetails into McCartney 321, which is the Hulu documentary where Rick Rubin and Paul McCartney just sit there and listen to recordings, and then they dissect some of the stems of those recordings. And Rick Rubin goes, "What were you thinking here?" And Paul McCartney goes, I don't know what I was thinking there. And they do that for like 4 hours, and I was engrossed every second of it. So I highly recommend.
It sounds like a Howard Stern interview with Paul McCartney, because he does that a lot.
It's somewhat similar, but there's more music involved, because they literally are taking a song, dissecting a piece out, and like they'll play just the bass line that Paul played.
Right.
And he goes, this sounds like a country song, but your bass line sounds like a rock and roll bass line. Why did you do a rock and roll bass line? And Paul's like, well, I don't know how to play any other kind of bass line. And
dumbass question.
Yeah, why are you asking me that?
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. So it's again, if you're into music and you're into the Beatles, it's actually really
we know.
Really good.
Everybody knows who likes the Beatles must know about it. What else?
Watch The Sound with Mark Ronson on Apple TV.
I watched that. The Sound.
I thought it was awesome.
It was perfectly adequate.
See?
I thought it was.
Some of the episodes were better than others. Like,
yeah, 100%.
The early episodes were pretty interesting, and then
if I was going to watch just one, which should I watch? Because I've looked at it and it looked interesting.
I mean, the Beatles Get Back is far and away the.
No. You're talking about the Mark Ronson thing, right? GP.
Which episode? Yeah. Which episode?
Yeah.
Sampling.
I just watch the first one. Honestly, I don't even remember what
Sampling's a good one.
Yeah,
I like sampling.
I think you'd like that.
Sampling's good. Once it got towards the end, I don't even remember what they were doing at the end. It wasn't reverb. It was something else, I believe. And I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of meat to it once it got towards the end. It's like, we got another theme here. We got to do an episode for.
And there were some episodes where they could have done more, and he kind of like, I don't know. He didn't quite go in the direction that I wanted him to go in certain episodes. He interviews a lot of the same people over and over and over again. And there are also some weird omissions, because he talks about his stepdad a lot on the series, who is the guitarist from Foreigner, and how big an influence he was and how he introduced him to so many things, but he's not on the show. And that just seemed weird to me. But anyway, it's like, here's Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, but I can't get the guitarist from Foreigner. Something's weird there. But
and it's his dad.
Anyway, and it's his dad. So, and that is it for rock and roll documentaries.
Cool.
Excuse me.
Should I don't like. We didn't really watch many movies this year.
No, it was hard for me to think of 3 movies that I really liked.
I only have one on my whole list of 10 things.
What is your one movie?
What is my one movie? That's a good question. I think I even took it out. I took it off actually. It was no, there it is. The Green Knight. The Green Knight is that King Arthur-esque type situation. It was pretty cool. It was, it's just like a solid 8.5 out of 10, I would say. But we didn't really watch much this year. Even renting stuff, for some reason, there's so much good TV. I know there's a lot of bad TV, but there's just so much good TV, and there's hours and hours of it. And I don't know, we've been occupying our time that way, really. So that was the one movie, The Green Knight, that made my list.
What about you, Ship? Did you see any movies you enjoyed this year?
I saw some solid 8s.
What did you see?
Nobody.
That was on my list, and I took it off because
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too, but I didn't. There was so much.
Why do I know what that is? But I can't.
It's the Bob Odenkirk kicks everybody's ass movie.
Yeah,
the falling down Bob.
Yeah. Bob Odenkirk, not quite John Wick.
Another good. That was on a bus. That fight scene, right?
Yes.
Bus. Yeah. So that and Shang-Chi.
Which is also on my list of a movie that I watched. That's on my list.
That's on my list as well, Shang-Chi.
See, I liked it, but I didn't really think about it too much after I watched it. And the things that are on my list are things that I wound up thinking about after watching them.
What else do you have? Do you have any other movies on your list, Ship?
Yeah, I have one more movie on my list because I watched it.
Okay. 3 movies.
The Suicide Squad.
Hey, that's on my list too. So we have 2 of the same 3 movies on our list.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't that many
Did you watch
movies.
The Suicide Squad?
I did watch it. Hat trick.
Fantastic.
I enjoyed it also. I did. I found it pleasurable.
I wish I had HBO Max for that Peacemaker show because I think that's going to be enjoyable as well.
Yes.
You should get HBO Max then.
I don't need it though.
Oh, I'm just saying.
You might need it. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
Well, there is a lot of good stuff. A lot of good
I had it for a little bit.
Now it's in 4K.
But they keep taking stuff. They take stuff off of it very quickly too.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh, and my third movie, for those who care, I put and Shipwreck should watch this if he hasn't yet, is Mitchell's versus the Machines.
I haven't watched it, but I will.
Yeah, that's an excellent animated movie for the family that is very funny for both adults and children and has some amazing animation and is probably right up there with Into the Spider-Verse on quality of animation and writing in a animated film. So yeah, I strongly recommend that if you're into those kind of movies.
Am I the only one that watched Dune?
Yes.
Out of us three? Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Definitely. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not watching it.
It's not, you should watch it. I mean, it's not offensive in any way. It's like, it's pretty solid. It's just, I don't know.
Is there sand? Because I don't watch movies with sand in it.
I mean, it's not boring at all. And it looks good. I know you have no interest in Dune. You don't read the books or anything, and neither do I. But, it didn't make my list because I didn't really think about it much after. It was just, I thought about maybe like weird things, like how come we have all this technology, but we have to use swords because our shields block lasers, but they don't block the swords. Like, it's weird. Things like stupid things that I shouldn't be thinking about.
What's the Venn diagram of Avatar and Dune people? Like, is that the same?
It might be two circles because no one is an Avatar fan.
That's what I was thinking. Avatar fans are like children who haven't seen Avatar yet. They like, and then they're like, oh, they want to see it, and then they watch it, and then they're probably not fans after. The short cycle of fandom. Yeah,
it's got a whole theme park.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked that they're really making a second one. I saw they talked about.
Oh, you mean Avatar? I wasn't sure if you're talking about Avatar or Dune. I'm like, no. Another Dune.
Yeah. I saw a screenshot from the movie or something, and I was like, oh, they're really making this. Like, people really want this. Like, and I know it cost a lot of money. Like, anyway, let's get back to our favorites.
Clearly, they know what they're doing.
No, we're talking about Avatar. Stop cramming in Dune jokes.
That joke always works.
Are we at TV only now? We've blown our loads.
Do we want to go to I'll say a TV group, and if you have something in that group, you could say your thing?
Sure. I like that.
Because we could do this, my top 3 sitcoms, which I have a feeling there's going to be some double overlap with you guys.
Okay.
I put Ted Lasso on my list. I was going to say, I'm waiting for Shipwreck to confirm.
Yes, it is on my list as well. Ted Lasso season 2.
Ted Lasso season 2, which was excellent. I like that it had its ups and downs and its twists and turns, and yet it was still funny, and it gave us a really great Halloween costume for one of the show hosts. So how can it not be on this list?
It's on my honorable mention because I haven't really watched season 2.
I have a hard time considering it a sitcom almost.
It is a sitcom. Yeah, it counts. It's a sitcom.
Kind of.
It's a sitcom.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. The same way that my second one is a sitcom, and that would be Only Murders in the Building, which is definitely going to be on Cheapy's list.
That's
on my list as well.
High up on my list. High up. I don't have a number for it because really, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but that was such a great show. It was funny. It was compelling. It had a good mystery.
Good heart. A lot of heart.
A lot of heart. It didn't fall on its face. It was really, sometimes when you put that much talent in one show, relies more on the talent than it does on everything else, and it falls apart, but it didn't. And I thought it was great.
Yes, that was one of Mrs. Cheapy's favorites as well,
and my wife's. She also had Ted Lasso on her list.
What else? Keep going, Wombat. I like your genres.
My last sitcom on my list was Ghosts, which I've talked about a few times. That's an actual sitcom on CBS. I know everyone likes to remind me that there's a British version also, but it's like telling someone every time they mention The Office, there was a British version of that.
Right.
It gets annoying real fast, so stop doing it.
Shipwreck.
Ghosts is really funny. It, again, is another one that surprisingly has a lot of heart and is really worth your time. if you're, interested in finding a good, quick, easily digestible sitcom that's on most, I guess if you have like cable, it's easy to find, but it's on CBS. So Ghosts. Watch it. Ghosts.
I don't think I have
the dead people, the ghosts.
Ghosts.
I still have no idea what that show is about. I know you've talked about it many times.
It's a sitcom where they're in a house and like
there's a woman who inherits
people
a house.
who died in funny ways and they're haunting the house basically. Mrs. Shipwreck watches it.
Yeah. So there's a woman, she inherited a house from her great aunt who died. It's a big mansion in Westchester. And when her and her husband go to look at the house, she falls down the stairs and bumps her head. And now she can see the ghosts that live in the house. And it's, 5 centuries of ghosts.
And they're constantly screwing GP.
The ghosts?
Yeah, the ghosts are just...
Oh, in that case.
Yeah.
You see Ghost Beaver? I don't know.
So
that sounds bad. I don't want to watch that. As bad as my Ghost Beaver joke. I don't need to.
I actually think you would really
what
like
channel,
it.
What is it on?
It's on CBS. So if you were going to watch it, you could either, I guess.
I don't watch network television. Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. I think you'd like it.
That's for boring people.
I like how people in the chat said there's no such thing as a British version of The Office. There's an American version of The Office. You know what? Find another show, FragTube. No one needs your smart ass nonsense.
No, he's on your side. I think you're misreading his comments.
No, he's definitely not on Wombat's side.
Oh, okay.
No, he's being smug for smug's sake.
Yeah.
And then Kuramanju agreed with him. Go to your own podcast that doesn't exist anymore.
CAGcast.
Huh? Where's your show? Version. Yeah. Why don't you start the British version of the CAGcast?
He could. He does a very good British accent.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know why anyone would have taken anything I said for the last 30 seconds seriously.
I don't think they did.
Yeah. No, I don't think they did either. Ghosts. Ghosts. Everyone's saying I pronounced ghosts too weird. Now I'm like, it's in my head.
There's no T in your version of ghosts.
There's none in yours either.
There's a little bit of a T in mine.
People in the chat are writing GOSE.
Yeah. So it's like
no one knows what show you're talking about. They can't find it. Everyone's Googling these fucking words that don't exist.
Ghost is
this a new search engine? It's about a new search engine?
Ghosts. Ghosts. But
yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. Sorry. Maybe I'll watch some clips on YouTube.
The problem is I think you would really like it.
That's not a problem.
Well,
it's a lot to watch. We're very busy watching all these shows. It's too many shows to slum on network television.
I know.
And then I have to subscribe to more shit. I don't want to subscribe to more shit.
So then we could dovetail the conversation about goes into
What's your next genre?
Oh, Jim's gonna lose it. I mean, technically dramatic television, but really just hour-long shows.
Sure.
Because nothing was too serious.
All of mine is serious. So get ready.
I watched WandaVision, which I enjoyed thoroughly.
I watched that, and it's on my list. It's something I watched.
Yeah, I liked WandaVision a lot. I think it did a lot with the superhero genre that made it fun and unique. And it also came out at the perfect time because it was the first Marvel thing we had in 2 years. And it was radically different than anything we had seen from Marvel before, while still feeling like something that was Marvel. And it did such a good job with that I don't know, it really caught the zeitgeist at a time where we needed something positive to catch the zeitgeist, and it deserves a lot of credit for that. So WandaVision it is.
It was worth it just for the Black Vision memes.
Yeah,
those are pretty fantastic. I like that show. It didn't make my list, not even close, but I really liked the first half of the show. As the show got further along, I disliked it more. But I thought it was really clever, like the first part.
I want to know what one of your TV shows is.
I feel like you're going to be, okay, I'm going to start I'll start towards the bottom of my list. Because
it's all going to be numbers. It's like what depressing subtitled show
There's no subtitles on any of my shows.
Okay.
Squid Game. Let's go Squid Game.
Isn't that all subtitles?
Oh, subtitle. I thought you meant like the show title had a subtitle.
None of my shows have subtitles.
Sorry.
Here's a show that's subtitled.
I thought you meant the title had a subtitle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know what a subtitle is, like in a title?
No.
Yes, some of my shows have subtitles. Some of my shows have subtitles.
Okay, so you and all of the 5th graders love Squid Game.
Squid Game is like one of the most popular shows ever on.
I know, with children. It's really popular with children.
Unlike WandaVision, which was for the real serious adults.
No, that's a show that's for children.
Okay. But it wasn't popular.
But it wasn't popular. It was.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Right. Squid Game I liked, and there's another series that as it got further along, like the last episode or so didn't do it for me. So that was towards the bottom of my list, but it was pretty entertaining.
What's your next subtitled show?
My next one would be in your sketch comedy list.
Oh, okay, so save it for sketch comedy because I have it on mine also.
Okay, my next one is not subtitled. It is depressing though. It is fucking depressing. Mayor of Easttown, which came out on HBO Max and like.
I still really want to watch that. I just never got around to it.
It's really
is it too
good.
Late?
No, why would it be too late?
I don't know.
It's really if you like. I don't know. If you like police drama, it's well acted police drama. You're gonna really like it. It's really well done. Mm-hmm. It's got a little. I don't want to spoil anything.
Gotcha.
It was very enjoyable. Well done. Great acting. Kate Winslet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, really great job.
Won an Emmy.
Thought about that show a lot after watching it.
What else you got? Any other shows?
Of course. All I have is show. You want shows with subtitles? I got some shows with subtitles. My Name is the Korean revenge series.
Sure, it's not Minami.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
My Name.
checking.
It's very similar to the plot of The Departed, but it's the Korean mafia instead of the Irish.
There's a Japanese restaurant by my house. It's MYNAME, and it's pronounced Minami.
This is Korean.
And I'm not making that up.
This is Korean.
Okay,
what is it? There's no Y in Japanese. M-I, you said?
Oh, you're right. It is. It's MINAME. Miname.
Right. Miname.
Miname.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I don't know. Probably nothing.
My name. It means my name. Anyway,
probably means my name.
Here's all you need to know about My Name. If you want to watch a series where it stars a woman, Asian woman beating the shit out of people for at least one awesome fight scene per episode, sometimes more, like really well choreographed, kick-ass fight scenes, like on the level of The Raid, the movie The Raid, then you should check out My Name. It was so the fight scenes are so good in that when we watched
Snake Eyes.
No, the fucking Cowboy Bebop. When we watched Cowboy Bebop, it looked like ridiculously horrible, the fight scenes.
Well, you don't have to worry about Cowboy Bebop anymore.
Because it got canceled. And I think
you got it canceled.
I didn't have it canceled. I think a lot of people watched the fight scenes and said, this isn't quite at the level where it needs to be. It either needs to be like more comic book style or more realistic.
Oh, I'm choking. 1 second.
It was somewhere in the Cowboy Bebop, somewhere in the middle. But My Name, fantastic. It's on Netflix. And it's only I think it's a one and done season type of situation, but really, really well done.
Do you have any other TV shows, Shipwreck?
Hawkeye's on my list.
I have Hawkeye on my list as well. I love Hawkeye.
What list does that go on?
That goes on TV shows that are an hour long. That's basically what that list is.
Okay. Is that an hour long show?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes to an hour each episode. Okay. I'm up to date. I watched episode 5, which is the best episode yet.
I have not because that came out today.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it because I didn't want it to get spoiled. I woke up early and I watch it from 7:30 to 8:30.
Where do you go to get Hawkeye spoiled?
You go on Twitter and it's like a trending topic, and I know exactly what that trending topic it means. And
people will fuck it up on Twitter.
But then you don't click on that trending topic, right?
People will still spoil it.
It doesn't matter. Just the hashtag alone is enough to say, oh, okay, so something about this is going to happen. So I just,
hashtag
arrows. Yeah. But that show is actually much better than I thought it was going to be. They do a really good job of adapting the source material, yet making it new. I'm really into Hawkeye.
Good. I'm
Mhm.
not.
He's an enjoyable character. Like
Yep.
Jeremy Renner plays him well. So
And I was gonna say the other thing that you mentioned before is the acting on it is a notch above a lot of the other stuff. There's some really talented.
there's
people
movie
on that
stars,
show.
right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Hawkeye quite a bit. I think it doesn't at least not so far. It doesn't suffer from there's like a world-ending event that they're trying to handle. It's something that's very Hawkeye centric that would only apply to Hawkeye.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My only other show like that was Loki. Obviously, I guess this would be the Marvel group. I really liked Loki. Loki
Just
is
the Marvel
not
group or the 1 hour group?
It's a 1 hour Marvel group.
Or the drama group?
Yes, that too. I like Loki. Loki is not for everybody. I appreciate that they made a show that's not for everybody. But yeah, Loki. I thought it was great. I'm glad they're doing another season. I hope it stays true to the first season and is just as weird and off-putting to people that don't know too much about Marvel stuff.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And now we'll go to the
I have more.
sketch.
I have so many more. I have so many
go.
more.
I thought you said
Not
you
so
only had
many
like
more.
6 things.
No, I had 10 things.
Oh, so go ahead.
I don't have so many more. I have a few more. Subtitles, anyone? How about The Naked Director on Netflix? That's the show about the pioneer of the Japanese porn industry. It's all based on his memoir. He's a real guy. He's still alive, actually. And the story is just completely fucking insane. It's like this crazy shit happens. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's very well produced, the show. You can tell they had a big budget. It's not like your typical like Japanese production that looks like they just barely got the money together. The acting and everything is just top notch. There's a lot of sex and nudity in it, which I know is pleasing just for some people. But it's all about really the story and just like this guy's crazy life and how obsessed he was with trying to like bring porn to everybody. So that's The Naked Director. That's on Netflix. I got that one. I got 3 left. My top 3. I'll just go down them quick, okay? This one we just started watching. It's called The Great. It's on Hulu about Catherine the Great. It's hilarious. It's very funny, but it's like a dark comedy, I would say. Definitely like a dark comedy, but it's based on a true story. So some of the stuff is true. Very adult, very well done, and the acting is really good. The top 2, these are my top 2. It was tough to choose, but I would say The White Lotus was my second favorite show of the year. That's on HBO. That was on HBO Max. It's about like wealthy white people, I guess, pretty much wealthy white people at a fancy resort in Hawaii, and it's just like it's hilarious. It's hilarious, and if you've been to resorts before, which a lot of people have, they can envision you know who has not been to a resort before? Guess what?
Not a lot of people?
Ben Gilbert.
Okay.
Ben Gilbert fundamentally against resorts.
It makes it that fits him.
Just against resorts. Like,
yeah.
I think like anybody can relate. And if you've ever had a job in retail, if you've ever been to a resort, I think you can get something out of this. It's not just funny though. There's like a lot of shit to think about in this, and it's really well done, really well written. That's The White Lotus, also on HBO Max. And my number 1 choice was Midnight Mass, which is on Netflix. That's what's the guy's name? He did Haunting of Hill House. I forgot the guy's name. Wombat should know because he knows everything. But if you're a fan of Stephen King type stuff, this is like as good of a Stephen King story as the master himself has written. Really, and it looks like $1 million. It's just like if you have a nice TV. Is a lot of it takes place at night, as the title would infer, and it just like looks so good. It's a good HDR showcase, great acting. It's a little bit scary, but it's not a horror. I wouldn't say it's like a horror show. It's not as scary as Haunting of Hill House. So Midnight Mass, number 1 in the hood.
All right.
With our.
So I have 3 things left, and one of them I think is probably your favorite thing of the year, GP. It's if you maybe your most watched thing, and it as much as you hate to admit it, because I think it's a dark side of you,
Right.
is probably your favorite thing of the year. But we're not going to get to that yet.
Okay.
Because am I the only one who watched Bo Burnham's Inside?
Yes.
You guys should watch that. I know it's a little trite at this point to say that it's a masterpiece of the comedy 1 hour special, because I think there have been, when it came out, there were so many think pieces and hot takes on it that it just seems like overkill to say. But I will say it's a genius piece of the 1 hour comedy special. It's amazing. I remember when I saw it the first time and I couldn't believe that this was a thing that was actually on. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it, and if you can go into it blind at this point,
if
you still have that luxury,
I do.
Then you should. It's really worth your time. It's a little longer than an hour, but it's really good.
I know he has a song called Jeff Bezos. Is that going to?
He does have a song called Jeff Bezos, but everything is different in context of the special, because the whole thing is one whole piece. So when you've only seen little things taken out of it, or things that have been turned into memes or TikToks,
right,
it doesn't quite. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't give you the meaning of what was there. So Bo Burnham, Inside on Netflix. Shipwreck, you could watch that now too if you wanted to. I think you also might like it, but it's really good. But what I do think Shipwreck would really like is Saturday Morning All-Star Hits, which came out on Friday. It's 6 episodes. They're under a half hour each. I already watched the whole thing. I watched it over the weekend because I just got sucked into it. Yep. It is so weird. It's Kyle Mooney from SNL, and he made this sort of love letter to early 90s Saturday morning television. And he plays Skip and Trebor, who are the hosts of the Saturday morning cartoon show. They're like surfer dudes with blonde hair. And they actually made animated shows for the show that are almost a little too accurate, to the point where it's like, but as the show goes on, like different things happen. Like it all ties together. It's made to look like it's on VHS. It's like grainy, and sometimes it skips. It's really interesting. It's not for everybody. I think Netflix? I could see it's on Netflix. It's called Saturday Morning All-Star Hits.
I'll check it out.
It's a really unique.
I'm sold. You sold me.
Yeah, I think you should check it out. Like you watch that first cartoon and you're like, wait a minute. And then like 10 minutes later, like you start to care about what's happening in this dumb cartoon. And so you have to watch the next episode. And yeah, it's really interesting. And it's, you'll know everything they're referencing. I'm not even going to tell you. I'll let you be surprised. And it's fun.
Okay.
And of course, the number one thing of the year, right, the thing that we all think is the best, except for Shipwreck, because he hasn't watched probably either season.
I see them. I see everything on Twitter. It's fine. Yeah. It's all there.
Yeah. Is of course I think you should. I think you should leave season 2.
Yeah, that was good. I almost didn't have that on my list. I was like, wait a minute, I went back and watched that like 400 times. How could I not put that on my list
every day?
No, I don't. But I did, like, out of all the things on my list, I never went back and watched anything more than once. But I think you should leave. I would just go back to watch certain sketches over and over again. So, yeah, it was pretty funny.
You know what? It should not have been as good as it was. Season 1 was like such a thing that season 2, I expected to not like it. The fact that I thought that overall it's probably funnier than season 1 is pretty impressive.
He did it. Great job.
He did it.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that it? Did we cash out our list?
I think so. I think we have to do an ad though.
Perfect. Here's an honorable mention to Invincible, Hacks, and Star Wars Visions. That's it.
And my wife has an honorable mention to that movie about the guy who wrote Rent. What is that? Tick, Tick, Boom. That's it. She liked that. Yeah, I know.
Boom. Good.
Yeah. Yep. And I will now go. Where did I put that? Here we go. HelloFresh.
I hate bald boys. I can't.
Hope I can turn this off. I may not be able to turn it off. Oh, I did. Good.
There we go. let's talk about HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. The holidays can be hectic, but HelloFresh helps keep things simple with recipes and ingredients that cut out grocery shopping and limit meal prep time so you could spend more of the festive season with friends and family. They offer 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including vegetarian, calorie smart, and gourmet options, providing plenty of variety. Ingredients travel from the farm to your door within a week, so you get the convenience without skipping on the quality. HelloFresh is a can't beat value. Even at full price, it's over 30% cheaper than grocery stores. And with this HelloFresh deal, it's time to try for even less. I mean, we love HelloFresh. I think it's the Tex-Mex beef cavatappi last night.
I'm eating it right now.
It was so good. Like, it was like bananas good. I would eat it every week if I could.
I also made that last night.
Yeah. See, it was delicious.
It was.
I know. So all you guys need to do is go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast14 and use code CAGcast14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/CAGcast14 and use code CAGcast14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Fantastic, then.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do some new releases?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are there any?
Oh man, I forgot to play it before the show. I got a code for Asteroids Recharged, which
they
is the
love
next
to send
in the,
you. They send you all of those
series.
You know what they love to not do?
What?
Is send me the code when even though I've requested every one of these fucking Recharged games. They send me the email. They say fill out the form.
I got the email too.
Did you fill out the form? Wombat.
Me? No.
Yeah.
Oh, they're talking to Ship.
No. I filled out the form and I sent it to Shipwreck.
I know that Shipwreck's gonna get a code, so I don't even bother.
I think I filled out a form before you sent me something about it, GP.
Right.
Maybe?
I figured you were probably already on this. But anyway,
yeah.
Is it good? That's the more important thing.
I hadn't played it yet. I got to play it.
I would have played it if they send me the code. I was ready.
The things that I've heard about it are good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play it, and I'll play it for next week. It'll be fine. Asteroids Recharged. It's been like 40 years. It can wait a week for me to play it and say if it's good or not.
There really is nothing in these new releases, is there?
Clockwork Aquario.
There really is nothing in these new releases, is there?
Well, what about Halo Campaign? Was that this week or last week?
I think that was technically last week.
That was last week, but
I had that under the news section to talk about.
Yeah, whatever. So is that it for the new releases? Nothing? We got nothing.
That's fine. There's stuff that you guys don't.
And people, just so you know, a little teaser, we'll do our top games of the year next week. Next week is top games. This week is top shows.
I only played 3 games though, so it's going to be really short.
It's going to be tight.
Wombat's going to have Fortnite listed 7,000 times. 7 times. All right, so we're done with new releases?
I think so.
Then I can play this song.
I love this song.
Talk over it casually as it automatically, the volume fades out over time.
I don't have any big Fortnite news other than the fact that Winterfest starts tomorrow. We're all very excited.
And I guess that's why it's Fortnite.
Sorry.
I was done.
We got some news. There's a lot of news because it was Jeff Keighley's Game Awards.
The Keighley's.
The Keighley's. I mean, personally, like, for my tastes, I'm more of a fan of Jeff Keighley's Summer Beach Party. I like the more casual atmosphere, and it's just
I like Keighley better on Ted Lasso.
What do you mean? He's
Think
on
about it.
I got it.
There you go.
I didn't get it. Is that one of the guys' names? Roy Keighley?
Yeah, Roy Keighley. That works. Anyway, you go on.
Jamie Keighley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck were we talking about. Oh, the Keighley's, the
Jeff Keighley Awards.
I mean, it's the timing is not right for me to watch 8 p.m. on a weeknight. That's like sort of, I didn't watch any of it, but there was
about 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 p.m., 1 play
3
them.
p 3 p.m. 3
The
p.m.
thing, they just kept going. Like I
Oh,
wasn't
right,
really
right,
watching it,
Yes.
but like I check in on Twitter like 3 hours later, and it's like, what exclusive still coming, still hitting 3 hours later.
That's why I like the summer beach party much better. It's like 2 hours, it's pretty tight, and it's like a 3 in the afternoon. You're not like cleaning up from dinner and stuff. You can't just, you got time then. Anyway, so there was some news, I guess, like, I don't know what some of the bigger news items was. There's going to be a
Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake 2. I mean,
It's the big one for us.
it is,
Right?
Yeah.
You like Alan Wake.
I love Alan Wake. I don't know that, like,
I can't wait for the Alan Wake game to come out, for everyone to be really excited for it,
In
for
3
no
years.
one to buy it. And then
I don't care if people buy it.
yeah, as long as I can buy it.
As long as I can buy it.
As long as
And
it's
then,
good. Hopefully,
you know.
hopefully they can recapture the magic. I feel like
They don't make
They're-
bad games.
They don't make
Everybody-
bad games, just no one
Everybody
buys
doesn't
them.
make bad- Yeah. Well, that's not a problem for people who play them.
but American Night. What was it called? American Nightmare. What was this? The Alan,
Yeah.
the sort of like, what was that? Like a DLC? Was that? Or
Oh,
what
that was
shit?
that was a
Expansion?
DLC. Yeah, that was like a DLC
Hmm.
thing.
I mean, yeah, Alan Wake is great. I hope it's fantastic. I hope it can recapture the magic of the first one, because I remember being blown away the first time I played it. Some like my favorite gaming moments ever in that game. That when it plays that Roy Orbison song, remember? Right when the first chapter that comes on and it says like, it's like you realize it's like a TV show sort of. Like shit, that's awesome. Anyway, so that's happening. There's I don't know if the Sonic news is from the Game Awards, but there's going to be an open world Sonic game.
I think it was. I don't know.
Okay, who knows?
We'll give Jeff credit for
Good job, Jeff.
one way or the other.
A world exclusive, another world exclusive, everything.
An open world Sonic game could be cool.
He runs fast, which is good for an open world game,
Right.
which is why they had to give Master Chief a grappling hook.
Play it. Are they going to give Sonic a grappling hook?
He doesn't need it because he can run fast. Master Chief is like a fucking refrigerator rolling down the street. Like he's not. Speed and Master Chief do not go together.
He's pretty fast. Master
He's
Chief is.
Fast for like a 400-pound thing. He's fast.
Yeah, he's fast. It's all relative.
He's fast in the cutscenes. In the game, he's sort of like
In the books, he's really fast.
Oh, really?
Well, they're like superhumans in the books, but that kind
Oh.
of like it kind of goes by the wayside when everybody in the game is Master Chief.
Right. There's like Master, yeah. Mr. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk about Halo after this. So we got that. We got a new Star Wars game from Quantic Dream, which my friend like sent out the trailer to like in my little group chat. He's like, check this out, new Star Wars game. And I watched the trailer and it's
That
all
logo
just,
comes up at the end, and you're like, oh.
it's just like,
Has David Cage ever made a good game? Just, like anything? Has he ever made anything good?
I mean, I think they're good. I mean, like they're goodish. Like good
Are they,
enough?
though?
Good enough?
Are they?
I don't know. They seem good, like sort of. Like on the like at first glance, they seem good. Like when my friends saw this trailer, they're like, "Holy shit, that looks awesome!" And I was like, "Guys, you realize there's no game here. This is just like a movie. You're just watching a movie that they made for this awards show. Like this is not a game.
Like I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to be excited for this or not.
You're supposed to be, but it's
Am I? Because like recent Star Wars hasn't really been that hot. Recent David Cage hasn't really been that hot. So let's take these two properties that recently haven't really been that hot,
right.
and let's put them together. And
Don't worry. It'll be a
I'm
while,
like,
I think, before it comes out. So you'll have
I know that I'll be 50 years old by the time this game comes out. But
David Cage will be canceled before the game comes out. And
he
then
already has been. That's the other thing.
well, more canceled.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna get canceled again.
Right.
Hmm.
So we got that, and then I guess maybe the other piece of big news was that there's a Wonder Woman game coming out from what's that? The people who made Shadows of Mordor. What's the name of that studio? Monolith?
Sure.
Is anyone listening?
Nope.
I'm
Good.
listening. I don't know the name. I don't
Oh.
know the name of that
Yeah.
studio.
I feel like
I
you
do
should
like
know this
Shadows
then.
of Mordor. That's a good game. So, and I do like Wonder Woman. So sure. I guess
I guess like out of all the
it
heroes,
can't
like,
be worse
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984. So,
I didn't watch that.
oh my god, that movie is so bad. It's really
long.
bad.
I'll watch that.
Did you watch the gameplay stuff of the Suicide Squad game? that they showed?
Oh no, I didn't
Some
see that.
gameplay of
No, I did
Suicide
not see
Squad. That game looks like it could be a lot of fun.
That's the Rocksteady.
Mm-hmm. Rocksteady's Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. So
Nice.
basically, it seems as though the Justice League has been infected by Brainiac, and it is the Suicide Squad's job to kill them. So, yeah.
Check it out. We like the Nemesis
Mhm.
system. I was
That
surprised that
looks
Halo
promising.
didn't have the Nemesis system. That would have been a good thing. to
You know
have.
what? The Nemesis system in Halo would have been sweet.
We'll get to that soon enough.
I know that's okay. We're gonna get to that.
The other big piece of news was that a Splinter Cell remake is in development now. Yeah, Ubisoft announced it. So get ready for some NFTs. If you want the Sam Fisher night vision with 4 green things instead of 3, you know where to get it. Only 20 available.
It makes, if you want that bzoop sound, you gotta buy the bzoop NFT.
Right. You can be the only the
Otherwise,
owner.
it's just the sound is gonna be bzzzt, not bzoop.
Right. So imagine
gonna
how
be
much that's going to
disappointed.
be worth when that game
I
comes
think-
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. And then you can bring that to other games. All
Mhm.
Ubisoft games, Assassin's Creed.
I'm gonna be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm gonna be like,
When you take the hood off.
bzoop.
They already do this. This is what all that Uplay stuff was.
Mhm.
But
Like
now
every
they,
Uplay thing was like, oh, you played this game. Now you can have Sam Fisher's goggles in every game.
right, but that was a made up
Congrats,
currency
your rabbits have.
That was a made up, yeah, exactly. But that's a made up fake currency.
that they just gave you for
Unlike
playing their
this one.
games. No, but this one
Wow.
requires money.
right.
I have to give real money to get their fake money to
Right.
get their fake item.
Right.
I don't know. Whatever. It's all
Whatever.
dumb.
It could be awesome. Let's wait and see.
No.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be awesome.
Mm-mm.
The reason why it's not going to be awesome is that there's in no way does it make the game better. So, like, they could do all this shit without charging you, making it rare. And like the rarity doesn't make the game better. Sorry, it doesn't. Let's move on to what we're playing here. Among Us. Who's playing Among Us? I've heard of that
Well,
game.
Among Us came out on Game Pass. So I
Okay.
played one round of Among Us on Game Pass to
Yeah.
see what
Okay.
what Among Us was all about.
You've never played it before?
You never knew what it was all about.
Not really. I never played Among Us. No, I've
Right.
never played it before.
It's
in my
about
life. I knew
lying
what
to your friends, is what it's
I
about.
knew what it was about. Like I've seen the game, but I've never played it.
About
So
bad
I'm like, oh,
feelings.
It's pretty shitty as games go. But good on them for making it. I don't know.
It's not. Well, you have to play with people, like, and talk to them, and you have to be able to like be comfortable lying to them all the time.
It was very slow.
But you weren't playing with people you were talking with.
No,
right?
I was not
So
playing with
it's
people.
without that, it's nothing.
I
Yeah.
guess
Pretty
because
much.
most kids play it with people they don't talk to. But
Oh, really?
anyway.
Anyway, what
Yeah.
else?
I also played some Alien Fire Team, which was also added to Game Pass. Do you like walking through corridors and shooting aliens?
I just played a game like that.
Because if you do, I got the game for you. Yeah, it's not as good, I don't think, as
Halo. It's not
Yeah.
as good
It's
as
not.
Halo. Okay,
Not as good as Halo.
It's not as good as Halo.
I've heard that.
Okay.
So yeah,
You're not the
So
first
there you
person
go.
to say that.
that's Alien Fire Team on Game
Perfect.
Pass.
All right.
Not
Well,
as good as Halo.
let's talk
But
about
we-
Halo.
Now you finished the campaign.
I mean, it's not very long.
But did you do a lot of the side stuff?
They're all the same thing.
I've been like for some reason just trying to get all the doodads.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I should just stop and finish the game.
I gotta say, like, I didn't read any of the previews or anything about Halo. The only thing I
Mhm.
knew is that it's an open world Halo, and that's it. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's all I knew about it. So I was pretty excited, and I gotta say they really didn't do that much with the open world. Like, technically, it's an open world. Like, it's a big map, big-ish map. You can see it, unlike, I guess, other Halo games. You can push the select button and the map comes up and you can mark things on it.
I don't
And-
know. I think Shipwreck would like the single player on this because there's a
Yeah, I
lot
have
of
I've not
It's
played it
like-
at all yet.
it's literally Halo the checklist game.
But there's
Perfect.
not much on the checklist at all. It's like,
There's like the bases that you have to unlock. You have to get all the little bases.
take a Far Cry game and strip out 80% of the content. And then you've got,
Fantastic.
Well, that's why the
I don't need
game's
all that
only.
content
But I'm
into the
saying,
party.
but the content. I'm talking about the collecting stuff as well. All of that stuff, like everything. Like take out 80% of everything, and then you're left with like an 8-hour campaign. There's not okay. Like you can find like the cores to level up your Halo, your Master Chief. But
I'm
the
definitely
only
gonna do that.
the only thing you're going to level up, though, is the grapple and your shield. All the other shit, you're never going to
It's
not.
useless.
It's
You're
useless.
never gonna not use the grappling hook, even in combat. The grappling hook is great.
Non-stop grapple hook. The game is all grapple hook all the time because just to move it when you're moving around the map, just in between combat, you're slow. You're Master Chief, so you're grappling like Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man.
Grapple. Yeah.
You're Spider-Man off the trees, swinging like Spider-Man, and it's fun. I like that. Like, but it doesn't feel very much like Halo, like when you're swinging like Just Cause. And just there's not that much to do on this open world.
It's
like
a little repetitive. It's good looking. It's a lot of
it's good looking, but not great looking.
Over and over again. You're going to the different spots to get your doodad. And then you do some of the missions, and the missions are just, oh, now I'm inside a building, and the lady in my helmet's talking to me more. But otherwise, it's the same shit over and over and over again.
The story is like, I tried to hang in there for the story, but I wound up skipping it, a lot of it in the beginning. And then in the end, I'm like, all right, let's just not skip it. But I missed nothing. Like, Master Chief is not really like a compelling character. Like, he doesn't have a personality. He doesn't say much. But they try to make a story around him. He's got a great voice, but he doesn't say anything
around him. It's just not in the games.
Right.
Right.
Sure. I believe that.
He does have backstory. There is likability to Master Chief.
He says nothing in the game. He says he just like, I gotta give me a gun. We can win. No one left behind. It's just like, am I supposed to care at all? I get it. Like it's all about the combat is fun, and the grappling like changes it like 100%. The game has changed completely.
The weapons that are the marine weapons are satisfying and fun to use. The weapons that are the alien weapons that you have to use when you run out of ammo, and your marine weapons still suck butt.
No.
But they have since Halo 1.
Oh, I like that. I like some of them.
Oh God, they're terrible. They've always been terrible.
But who even needs the weapons? You just grapple the guy, you hold down the button, you punch the shit out of him, it explodes, everybody else explodes, then you grapple onto the wall, go away so your shield's recharged, grapple onto the next guy, punch him, grapple away. Like it's just grapple, grapple, grapple. I mean, it was fun, but it almost seems like there's nothing that really differentiates this game from like the other Halo campaigns, except for the grapple, really. That's it. If you think about it, like, okay, like there's an open world, but like it's nothing like the open world in other big open world games.
It's not finished. This isn't a finished game.
Right.
It feels unfinished. It looks great, but it also in many ways still looks unfinished because there's a lot of empty dead space.
The open world is like it's nothing there
on a small map. That's the other thing. It's not even a huge map, and they still managed to not have much there. It's sort of, it's not surprising, but it's sort of a bummer. I think the focus really is probably just on the multiplayer, and the campaign was sort of an afterthought that they never quite figured out what the vision was going to be, but they had to put out something before the end of the year, and this is what we have.
Yeah.
Is it bad? No, it's probably a solid 8.5 even. It's there. I've played much worse games. I've completed much worse games, but I think when you put the Halo name on it, it should be a 10, and it's just not what we got.
The multiplayer is a lot more compelling for me than the campaign. I mean, that's always the case. I just thought maybe with this open world, like it's going to be something that like you could keep coming back to maybe, and like the world, like they could add stuff to it and it could be really cool.
They could patch the shit out of it for all we know. Maybe they will turn it into, the game that they probably envisioned that this is clearly not.
It's just not like when you compare it to other true open world games like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, like it's just very thin. Combat was fun, but then again, sometimes in combat, like the guys are just standing around not doing anything. Like the thing break, like the AI breaks.
I like the chatter from the enemies.
Best
I
part.
Like when
Best part of the game, maybe.
Yeah, grunts talking is always funny.
Hilarious.
But yeah, grunts talking is always funny. I think that I appreciate the attempt at RPG elements, but like Cheapy said, you have 6 things to upgrade, but only 2 of them are worth even
Thinking
using.
about.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess, there are things you can unlock for your multiplayer character, which I guess are worth finding.
I did some of that. Like I did, I did side stuff. I didn't just plow ahead through the story. There's no variety of side stuff. It's you're unlocking the bases, which is, so you're killing enemies, unlock the base, or you're helping out other soldiers, which is killing enemies. And
you do that so you could get more stuff available at your base.
It just all unfolds the same way. Everything that you do is basically the same.
Yeah.
It was fun. I wouldn't have finished it if it wasn't fun, but like no reason for me to go back to the single
I
player.
agree with your thoughts on it.
Thank you.
Because I'm fairly far into it.
Yep. Okay. I know that Shipwreck received his analog pocket in the mail because it was written right on the package.
Yeah, they just had the packing slip just right on top of the box.
It was FedEx though. I think FedEx, they're not allowed to steal at FedEx.
Is that the rule?
UPS, you're allowed 1 mattress a year, I think.
Yeah, it's right here.
There it is, analog pocket.
Analog pocket, yes. So
turn it on.
Okay, I will.
Boop, boop, boop.
This little green button here.
Are there games for it?
You make your. I mean,
you make your own games? That's what it is.
You can, but no, you bring your. It plays Game Boy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, you put your Game Boy games in there. Sorry, I had it in sleep mode. So yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah,
it's Mr. Pants playing on
nice.
a $200 device.
Modern Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
Is that really all? Is that what? So it plays Game Boy Advance.
It plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and then there's also this edition here that allows it to play Game Gear, and then Neo Geo Pocket, and I think TurboGrafx, and maybe Lynx. Maybe Lynx are on the way. All the hits. It's good. I would say like how you guys were describing Halo, it's not quite done yet. Right. There's a lot of features, they have their whole operating system. Let me power it back up here. So their operating system comes up and it looks like an iPod, an old iPod, basically.
Oh,
right?
cool.
Right. It's just got these, and you can see it's got options that are just completely grayed out. I can't select the stuff that's in the middle.
Gotta wait for the firmware update.
That doesn't. Yeah, you gotta wait for the firmware update, and you have to update the firmware already out of the box, which threw me for a loop because it has USB-C for charging.
Okay.
And so you would think, oh, okay, well, I can probably just plug that into my computer because you have to download the firmware on your computer. But no, you have to then load that up onto a micro SD card and then load it into this on the micro SD card to do the firmware.
So there's no Wi-Fi on that thing?
No Wi-Fi. No.
On your $200 handheld device?
Correct.
On your handheld device.
How much did the Game Gear adapter cost?
$30.
Oh, that's not bad.
All the adapters, but none of the other adapters are out yet.
Oh, so you have to buy a different adapter. It's not just one adapter.
No, because the adapters are, they have to be pinned out, right?
I guess
for the different games to go into.
Do you have a good selection of Game Gear games?
Oh, I do. I have quite the library of Game Gear games.
That was a dumb question.
Yeah,
I know.
That was terrible. So,
I'm trying to be engaging.
Yeah. No, I get it. So then there's I haven't tried out the dock yet either. There's a $100 dock.
You have that?
I have that.
No Wi-Fi on the dock either, right?
No, I don't.
This is good. So. This is good. So how much are you in on this? You're $330 now plus tax.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And I got in on the ground floor. This was only $200 when I bought it. Now
No.
Fuckers are paying $220 for this.
I thought
okay.
that was the thing
Or
with the
$230,
crank.
I don't remember.
When does the thing with the crank come
That's
out?
the play date, and that is never.
Oh, okay.
No, that's coming at some point here in the future. That one is cheaper.
I just
but
want to know why you won't subscribe to HBO Max, which has quality entertainment. But you're
will.
gonna
because I'm going to
spend-
use this more than I'm
No,
going
you
to watch
won't.
HBO Max.
No, you
I
won't.
will.
You already have a Game Boy.
Text Wombat every time you use it.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I get an alert every time he uses his backbone, so I know he uses that.
Oh, I use my backbone a lot.
Yeah.
Do you really? It has that. It does that.
What?
It texts
Yeah.
you when he uses it.
I get
get the notification.
a push notification. Shipwreck is using his backbone.
That's like half my notifications on my Apple Watch are Wombat logging into Xbox.
Turn that
Just
off,
like
maybe.
Wombat. It's 9:30 in the morning. You're logging into Xbox. Wombat. It's 10:30. You're logging into Xbox.
You want to
Wombat,
know. You
it's
want to know.
11:30.
You want those notifications.
Seriously.
Notice how
I
he never
do.
said anything about it. He wants to know. He's keeping track on you. What is it?
Seriously.
Are you
I gotta
logging it?
I gotta set my Fortnite guy into creative mode and idle for an hour and a half every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's appointment gaming.
So
I know.
so
I do
far,
it in the morning.
is this worth $220 or whatever it is
Yes.
now?
Mhm.
No.
No,
I-
it's not. I'll tell you, it's not.
It's the emulation on it's good because it's like the not software. It's the FPGA emulation.
What do you mean by I'm confused. I thought you were playing the games off the cartridges.
You are, but it's hardware emulation, right? So
Oh, I see. You're not talking about software emulation.
correct. So it's
Okay.
not like one of those devices where you just load it up with ROMs and it's like, this plays all right, but it's not quite right a lot of the time. So
But it takes up a lot less space.
well, sure. There's no doubt about that. I mean, this is the first analog product that I've bought because I could not justify the other ones because I have the hardware hooked up down here.
The other ones, like they're consoles, right?
They're the consoles, right?
Yeah.
Like for this one, I was in on the mobile one because like one mobile device and these adapters or whatever, like that's better to me than to like get a Game Gear and put batteries in a Game Gear because that sucks,
Yeah, it
right?
does.
Like, all of those are all the mobile stuff. It's like I want a rechargeable device, which I've heard this only like lasts for like 4 to 6 hours if you're playing straight.
How long are you gonna play a fucking Game Boy game for? At this point?
7 hours.
Not
clearly,
7. No,
and since
4 to
it's
6
complete.
hours. You know.
I played 4 to 6 hours.
It's
you
the
can
fact
beat most of them in 4 to 6 hours.
it's the no Wi-Fi thing that seems odd.
It is
to me.
that caught me by surprise. I will say, like when the first thing it was like, go get your micro SD card. I'm like, where do I plug a micro SD card in to put something? Like I had to like none of my computers have it. I had to like go look on one of my kids' Chromebooks. I'm like, oh, yep, there's a slot here. I can get downloaded on their Chromebook to load it up, and then on the dock you have to upload it by USB stick.
Yeah, this sounds
Sounds like a lot of
like
work.
It sounds like a horror show.
Well, you gotta play these Game Boy Advance games. They're not
I
gonna
know,
play
right?
themselves. It's got a whole
Yeah,
drawer
right.
of them back there.
Those Castlevania games aren't going to play themselves.
I did try a Castlevania game. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't remember if I played this one, and I loaded it up in my save files. Like, oh, you've played this for like 60 hours, and you have like 190 something % completion.
Those are good games.
All right, I'm good on that one.
What about Game and Watch Collection? Did you put that one in?
I have not. I flipped past it, but
Okay, I'm a fan of that. That one it's occasionally.
sure. I played some Ninja 5.0.
Mhm.
Played some of that. That played well.
Did you play Spider-Man on the Game Boy? That's a good one.
I have it over there, but I
Where he
didn't.
punches people.
I
in
mean,
the
I
park?
literally got this today, so it was like I was just like popping games in it, playing like 15 minutes of them, and moving on.
Boing. Awesome. Where are we here? All right, let's move on. Let's let's quickly mention that Sony is releasing PS5 covers in various colors.
cover colors.
Cover colors for $55. 5 colors. They're purple and black and pink or
And
something.
$55. But then again, if you're the kind of moron that buys the handheld console for something you already have at home with no internet connection and built in. Maybe you're the kind of guy that doesn't like a white PlayStation. So
Why you got to be so
Hey,
mean?
if I'm somewhere for 4 hours that doesn't have internet, I can be entertained now.
Good point. And you brought that with you. You had to have the foresight
And I
to bring
brought
that
it
with you.
me. And the adapter if I want to play Game Gear.
You probably just carry that with you everywhere you go anyway. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
why wouldn't you?
I mean, this is just a svelte adapter there. Like
Chunker. It's a real chunker.
Yeah, I haven't even tried to put it in.
it fits snugly in a jean pocket.
Yeah, along with like a handful of games to play with over those 4 hours.
Those go in the back jean pockets.
Pretty sweet
Except be
solution.
careful when you sit down.
Crunch.
It's nicely
Oh,
back there.
my
Look at that.
Spider-Man.
Looks
Look at
good.
that. So Ship, are you gonna colorize your PS5? I see it back there. It'll show up better if you get a purple one. No, you don't want purple.
Gotta get the purple one. Purple.
No,
Purple.
It's not going to make it less ugly. Like
The black one makes it a little less ugly because in a dark room you won't be able to see it.
if in a dark room, I don't see it anyways.
I mean, like less dark. The threshold
But
of
when I
darkness.
play down
is-
here, the lights are completely
All
off, so I don't
right.
have to look at it.
Right.
This is literally the only time I see it. Was when we did this show.
Got it. It does stand
I don't
out.
know. Like I of course they were doing that. They hinted that they were going to do this the whole time, right? They're like, oh, these covers are removable.
And they sued the other company that was making them.
D-Brand, yeah, they sued D-Brand. So D-Brand changed their design, so now they have like fan hole cutouts, like vents where the fans are at, which makes a lot
Good
of
idea.
sense. Yeah.
Good design.
I don't know, like they need to get past the supply constraints and get these models out the door so they can make the smaller one, right?
Yeah. Hurry up. I'm waiting. All right, no rush. Actually, I'm pretty patient these days. You know, I'll play all these good Sony games when they come out. I mean,
I like all the different colored controllers because there's a use for having different colored controllers, right? Like
this is Daddy's controller. Don't touch
Right.
Daddy's controller. This one's
Right.
going to be fucked up. This is yours,
yeah, exactly.
and it's always yours. Never touch Daddy's.
So I like that they're putting out colors of controllers because Xbox was just like killing
So
Sony
many.
on that, right? Like it was like, oh, here's all these exciting new colors like constantly from Xbox. And Sony was like, hey, we came out with our black controller. It took them a long time to come out with the black controller.
Yep.
I bought that. I think I'm good.
All right, let's. Oh, that's it. All the CAGbat questions we covered already. Somebody asked about Saturday morning all-star hits, and somebody asked about your analog pocket.
Cool.
How's the backbone treating you, Wombat?
You know what I used it for? I used it for that that Rocket League game that came out for the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you what an advantage you have when you're using the backbone in that game. Because that game you play online, and I know I'm
You're
playing
fucking people
against
up.
people that are playing like this, and I'm playing like this. If I could get 3 VIPs in a row, that the top scorer 3 times in a row in that game, then you know that clearly I have an unfair advantage.
This is
'Cause
what
I'm
is
not
this
good
is
at
Rocket
anything.
League for your phone?
Rocket League for the phone.
For Apple Arcade.
It's
right?
2D. It's a 2D. It's not for Apple Arcade.
Oh, it's not. It's just
It's just a game. Yeah.
for everybody.
It's
Anybody
2D?
can play it.
Yeah, even you, Cheapy. It's a 2D version of Rocket League that you play on the phone. It has like a free battle pass too, if you care. But yeah.
Hi Ed is
MVP.
correcting
Did I
you.
say
He
VIP?
said
I meant
VIP.
to say MVP, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was MVP 3 times in a row using the backbone.
Congratulations.
It's like because it immediately adapts to you using the controls, and it's like, yeah, this is like playing a real game.
That's cool.
I was crushing it. I was getting all sorts of goals. I scored 5 goals in 1 round. So
That's how I
backbone.
feel sometimes in certain first-person shooters, using the paddles on the back of the controllers. It's like in Overwatch, certain situations, like using Lucio, because I can turn and wall slide at the same time. And unless you spent $150 on that Xbox controller, you can't do that. I'm like,
Mhm.
fuck you guys.
Yeah, they had cross promotion with the Rocket League game in Fortnite.
Ah, that's how they got you.
I unlocked all the stuff in a half hour. that I think it was supposed to take me a week
Because you had backbone.
because I had the backbone.
Nice. Hey, that's a
pretty
good.
good.
It's a good.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
was
good
worth it.
commercial.
Worth it.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. I'm like, yeah, I got all this stuff now. Now when my guy falls from the sky in Fortnite, he's on fire. That's awesome.
Nice.
Mhm.
Zeke Knight in the chat asks if we've watched the new Saints Row gameplay stuff. Anybody watch that?
I saw some of it. Yeah, it looks Saints Rowy. Like it.
That's it. Because that was
Yeah.
my fear is that it didn't.
Some
No,
people
no,
actually are afraid that it's not Saints Row. That's like a
No,
real
Yeah,
concern.
It looked
Literally,
like
that's-
they addressed those issues from that initial reveal where everybody's like, "Oh, this just kind of looks like boring."
Where are the giant purple cocks?
Right. That was nothing but giant purple cocks.
Oh, really? Was it?
No.
And Duty?
It'd
It
be
was
funny
like
if they
Duty.
fought giant purple chickens just to satiate
Right.
cheapies.
Right.
No, it looked to be the right level of over the top that you would expect from Saints Row. So
Cool.
it looks like they know what they're doing.
It's not coming out for a while though. Still, right? That
They
got
got pushed
delayed.
back, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd add more purple cocks.
Right. They're like, oh, we've gone
Uh-oh.
soft. Hey,
No one
now.
likes soft purple cocks.
Thank you. Key that one right up.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap it up. It's very long.
Yeah.
Go on. Purple cock.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about purple cocks.
Oh, you're still talking about
Yeah.
purple cocks?
No,
Okay,
the
sorry.
show is too long, so we have to wrap it up.
I know. I have a fancy mattress that's calling my name.
Wow.
No, it's for
That's-
sleeping.
That's my
Just sleeping.
What brand
Uh,
clippers do you use?
What about an Ed comment that you want to
Sure,
say?
go to hellofresh.com/CAGcast14 and use code CAGcast14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. Also, a reminder to use the code WOMBAT5277 when making any purchases on the Epic Game Store or in Fortnite.
Awesome. We're gonna raid Code's house. He's got a nice DJ party going on. You love DJ parties, Wombat.
I
It's
do.
It's your middle name. Thanks,
is.
guys. We'll see you next week for our favorite games of 2021.
Bread's done.